What's up, guys, and welcome to my review for Alien 3. Thank you so much for popping in, and thank you so much for watching my reviews for Alien and Aliens. If you did watch those videos, if you did watch those videos, thank you so much for doing that. And look, I said I didn't know if I'd have time to talk about the other films leading up to Romulus, which I'm going to be seeing this Thursday. And guess what? Here's my review for Alien 3. Now, I am going to rewatch them. I just didn't know if I'm going to have a chance to review the rest of them. But Alien 3, this is directed by David Fincher. But is it really directed by David Fincher? I don't know. It says David Fincher, but it doesn't feel like a David Fincher movie. This film feels so corporate made. And any heart that there was in the second movie is completely gone. Any suspense and tension that there was in the first film is completely gone. The film has probably the worst story, one of the worst stories for a third film that I've ever seen. The ship that they are escaping on in the second movie, there's a fire, and I guess an alien has slipped onto the ship that's landed on this planet that's a prison planet, basically, where there's this prison facility. Okay, we find out that everybody but Ripley is dead. So the relationship that you had and cared about from that second film with that little girl and Sigourney Weaver, forget about it. We kill her off screen. I don't know what they were thinking with this, but whatever. The guy that she was having a bit of a romance with, teased romance with in that second movie, dead. The artificial intelligence, toast. She's the only one alive. They have to shave her head, and now she's on this planet where there's the worst people possible. Rapists, killers, and the worst sort of people are on this facility. And by the time the movie is in its third act, where all these guys are working together to try to trap the alien, they're all wisecracking, they're all trying to be very likable and funny, but I'm thinking, I am not a fan. I don't care what you people have to say, where you established in the beginning of the movie that these guys are rapists of women and killers. She even sits down at the table with one of them. And she's like, "Do I make you nervous or whatever?" And he's like, "You don't want to be friends with me. I am a rapist of women and a murderer," or whatever he says. And I'm like, okay, that's a little on the nose. I just feel like they took it to the extreme. The couple people that are on there to work, including Charles Dance, who is like the doctor, the medical guy, whatever he is. Um, any interest you had in that character, they kill him off within an hour into the movie. That was a shock to me, where there's a relationship, another relationship that you don't care about that's progressing with Ripley and this guy, and she's like, out of nowhere, she's like, "You attracted to me? I've been out here for a while." And he's like, "This is it's very on the nose. How do you mean?" Or something like that. The next scene, they're in bed together. They just got done screwing. I get it. I guess she needed her comeuppance, but why did we need to see that? I don't know. I don't know. And then there's like only a scene left with the two of them where he explains that he was once a prisoner, and now can you trust me to put the needle in your arm? She says, "Yeah, sure." It's like, okay, are we getting somewhere with this? Something I'm actually going to care about in this movie? No. Murdered on the spot. Something that was weird, how they're sort of changing the rules of it in this film. So I guess there was a face hugger, because from my understanding, the face hugger needs to hug your face, impregnate you that way, and then escape, and then you can give birth to the xenomorph. So the dog gets impregnated, but you never see the thing really interact with the face hugger, which is strange. So all of a sudden, the dog gives birth to the xenomorph, but he's suddenly full grown. Like, the dog gives birth to a full grown xenomorph. I mean, I just didn't really get that. I thought it was sloppy. And how all of a sudden, towards the end of the movie, I guess you need a little more suspense and drama. Sigourney Weaver starts getting sick, and she's like, "Oh, let's check the MRI machine or whatever, CAT scan." Guess what? I've got one of these things in me too. How'd it get in me? I guess when I was in hypersleep. What other cheap route can this movie take? I mean, it was just like really ridiculous. By the end of the film, she sacrifices herself, and I don't know. I mean, the whole movie. I mean, this was just a crappy movie. I mean, this is a bad movie. I'll give it a 1 out of 5 stars. Look, you got Sigourney Weaver in this, trying. She is trying to do something with nothing. And guess what? Charles Dance's character, I like the 20 minutes of screen time we had with him or whatever it was. I mean, he was good. He's a good actor, and he was good in this. But other than that, I mean, this movie just feels very by the books. The story's bad, the writing's bad. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to go off and watch Siskel and Ebert's review of the movie. And they weren't necessarily too hot on the second one, which was kind of a surprise, but we'll see. So, guys, comment down below. Do you plan on seeing Alien Romulus? I don't think it's going to be anything like this. I think they've learned their lesson. What'd you think about Alien 3? Leave that down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got reviews for Alien and Aliens up on the channel now if you haven't checked those out. And also new release films. Look, Cuckoo is a movie that I just saw recently, which didn't do too good at the box office, but I think a lot of more people should see that film. Why? Check out my review. Find out more on that. And guys, you can follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingOfRises131. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Alien 3. And until next time, over and out.